Well, when it comes to what New Yorkers care about, stopping crime is certainly at the top of the list.
Fox Eye's Morgan McKay took those concerns straight to the top. And Morgan, you talked to the mayor, NYPD commissioner, and the head of the MTA. So what did they have to say?
Steve and Natasha, subway crime is down significantly. And the mayor, police commissioner, and MTA chair contribute that to their plans to add more cops to the subway and connecting those struggling with mental health to care. It's a trio you don't often see. Mayor Eric Adams, NYPD Commissioner Keechant Sewell, and MTA Chair Janno Lieber descended the stairs of the Barclays Center train station at 8:30 in the morning to highlight an issue that's been top of mind for New Yorkers: crime. But they had good news. Transit crime dropped last month by over 9% compared to last year, marking the second consecutive month that crime has declined in the subway system. Overall, subway index crime is down by 19.4% so far this year.
Having the visible uniform presence here at the turnstile, people come in, letting them see that the officers are engaged with them as well.
More than 1,200 officers have been added to patrol the subway, contributing to a significant uptick in overtime costs. Governor Kathy Hochul has pledged state money to help fund this overtime. How sustainable is that?
Well, we recognize that it's not a well that'll be there forever. So we have to be smart. We have to strategically deploy our resources, putting the officers where they need to be, where we're seeing the spikes, where we're seeing the issues. It's about precision policing.
How long do you see a program like this going?
Listen, we are not going to cut corners on public safety. There's no getting around that. We're going to continue to do whatever is needed.
But the NYPD is struggling to retain officers. Last year, a record number of cops either retired or left the force. But the commissioner and mayor say this is something they believe they can turn the tide on.
We're increasing our recruitment efforts.
We were bottlenecking the exam. The police commissioner went in, changed the whole when the exam is taking place. And so you're going to see a new energy.
We next hopped on the 4 train to head to City Hall. I asked the mayor how he hopes to boost ridership. He says it's about keeping the trains clean and making sure those struggling with mental illness are connected to care.
4,000 people we have taken into care. Over 1,000 have remained in care. Some have gone on to other wraparound services. But it has been really, we moved away from denying the presence of people who needed help, and we've been engaging with them.
Another way the MTA hopes to boost ridership is by placing cell service in the tunnels, and this has already started.
One of the things that we hope will encourage people to keep moving around and coming back to offices is that they can get work done and they can maintain connectivity throughout their travel.
But of course, if the city wants to see a larger boost in ridership, safety comes first. The union that represents officers is currently operating under a contract that expired in 2017, and they are hoping that this next contract will include a pay boost for officers.
We're really looking to give them a fair contract during this contract negotiation period.
Right now, there's a debate over residency and if officers should be required to live in the neighborhoods they patrol. Commissioner Sewell and Adams are split on the issue.
The commissioner and I, she sees it one way, I see it another way, which is fine. I just think it's important you feel a greater level of investment. But that's the law. The law does not require that.
I caught up with Sewell as she disembarked the train at City Hall to ask her the same thing.
I think that we have to compensate them accordingly. They are truly doing everything we are asking them to do to make this city safe.
Now, additional funding for the MTA is still being worked out by the state legislature, and their budget is due at the end of the month. Steve and Natasha?
Very well. All right. Interesting. Good job with that exclusive. Thanks, Morgan.